Okay, orthocenter of a triangle. The which letter is used to identify the orthocenter? H. Circumcenter, yes. Centroid, G. Okay. So first you see the definition. I will explain the orthocenter. Take a triangle ABC. Okay. Any line, a line drawn from a vertex perpendicular to opposite side. So I will draw a line from A which is perpendicular to opposite side, let it be D. Now AD is called an altitude of the triangle. Similarly, other two altitudes also can be drawn from the other two vertices. From B also you can draw an altitude, and from C also we can draw an altitude. Altitude is perpendicular to opposite side. So therefore AD perpendicular to BC and BE perpendicular to AC, AB perpendicular to CF. They are perpendicular to each other. These three lines are concurrent at a point. That concurrent point is called orthocenter of the triangle. Ortho means perpendicular, other word. Okay. So I will give the definition. The concurrent point of. Now this point is not related with the circle. Circumcenter is defined according as the circle also. Now it is not related with the circle, just it is the concurrent point of the three altitudes. Definition. The concurrent point of altitudes in a triangle is called orthocenter of the triangle. Okay. In the same sequence, I will introduce the new type of the triangle. Okay. It is produced from the mother triangle ABC. What is that? The new triangle. Let us join the points D, E, F. And one thing, D is the foot of the perpendicular, foot of the altitude, and E also foot of the altitude, F also foot of the altitude. So the plural is the feet. So D, E, F are the feet of the altitudes in a triangle. Now let us join the feet of the altitudes. Okay. I have joined the 3 points D, E, F. They are the feet of the perpendiculars or altitude. Perpendicular is same as the altitude, meaning is same. Now this triangle DEF is called the pedal triangle of triangle ABC. If let D comma E comma F be the feet of altitudes, then the triangle DEF is called pedal triangle. Of triangle ABC. Okay, of course, it is not necessary in our topic. Our topic is discussion of the orthocenter, how to find the orthocenter and definition of the orthocenter. సో అంటే మనకి డిస్కషన్లో ఇది కూడా వచ్చింది కాబట్టి పనిలో పనిగా చెప్పాను అనమాట. ఓకే. నౌ టు ఫైండ్ ద ఆర్థోసెంటర్, there is no the special formula. There is the procedure. Just like as the circumcenter, to find the circumcenter there is the procedure. Here also there is the procedure to find the orthocenter. what property of the orthocenter is there according as the triangle nature. The nature of the triangles three varieties: equilateral and right angled, scalene triangle. Okay, in case of the right angle triangle, what will happen the orthocenter? Where is the place of the orthocenter? One. If the triangle is right angle triangle, right angled triangle, I will draw the right angle triangle here, A, B, C. At the point B, I have taken the right angle here. Now where is the orthocenter? Orthocenter is the B, point B, itself the orthocenter. So a vertex is the orthocenter at which the angle is the right angle, at which the angle is the right angle. Okay, are you understanding? Next, for the equilateral triangle, I will draw the equilateral triangle ABC. Okay, you can identify the triangle nature, whether it is the equilateral or right angled. I told some technique in the last class. For the equilateral triangle, we can identify according as the coordinates. Out of the three vertices, once again I am telling, I am repeating the same technique. If any vertex, any x coordinate or y coordinate is contains root 3, I mean root 3 plus 1 or 2 minus root 3 or only root 3, such a type of coordinates are there, then the triangle definitely almost all 99% it is the equilateral triangle. Okay. So for the equilateral triangle, where is the orthocenter? Orthocenter is at centroid, same point. Centroid becomes orthocenter. Okay. So it is the property. Now how to find the orthocenter? Let us do a problem. Note it, note చేయండి. Okay, I will write the one question to find the orthocenter. Find the orthocenter of the triangle whose vertices are 4, -2, 5, 3 and -15, 7. Okay, 5 by 1. This one 2 by 3 minus 2, 5 minus 1. That's 20. Okay, first let us verify whether this triangle is the right angled or not. A is equal to 4 minus 2, B is equal to 5, 3 and C is equal to -15, 7. Now according to Pythagoras theorem, let us find the AB length. So the AB formula, distance between the two formula, contains the square root. If you write the AB square, no need to write the square root. It is awkward to our page. So we better to avoid the square roots. Therefore, I am writing the AB square. The AB square formula, don't take the under root, just x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square. Yeah, no, don't put the square root because we are writing the square. So AB square is equal to 4 minus 5 whole square plus -2 minus 3 whole square is 1 plus 25, 26. Next BC square is 5 plus 15 whole square plus 3 minus 7 whole square. It is equal to 20 square, 400 plus this one 16, 416. AC square 4 plus 15 whole square plus -2 minus 7 whole square. This is 19 square. What is the 19 square? 19 into 19, 81. 1, 9 plus 8, 17. 9, 1, 1, 3, 61. Plus this is 81. 2, 4, 42. Okay. Now which is the largest side? The AC is the largest side. So let us check or verify the sum of two smaller sides, AB square and BC square. Let us verify clearly. AB square plus BC square value is 6 plus 6, 4, 16 and 26, 12, 1, 40, 442. It is equal to 442. It is equal to AC square. So the longest side is AC and it is the right angle triangle because it satisfied the Pythagoras theorem. So AC is the hypotenuse. So at what point the 90 degrees is there? At what point? At the point B, there is the 90 degrees angle. So I will draw the triangle like this. AC is the longest. Put here 90 degrees. So because it is the right angle triangle, our work is completed. Since for the right angle triangle, the vertex B is the orthocenter. The right angled vertex is the orthocenter. So B is the orthocenter. Therefore triangle ABC is right angled at the vertex at B. Therefore, orthocenter is equal to B. 5, 3 is orthocenter. Note it. ఓకే రాశారమ్మా? Okay, next the same question, how to find the orthocenter if it is not the right angle triangle. Okay, if it is not the right angle triangle, there is the procedure, but now you cannot do that problem, you cannot understand the procedure, because you should have the more knowledge about the straight lines, equation of the straight line, slope of the straight line, and about them, then only you can understand the problem when the triangle is not the right angle triangle. So again I will explain how to find the orthocenter in the chapter of the straight lines. Okay, next let us go for the next point, 9-point circle center. 9-point circle center. The center, 9-point circle center is denoted by the letter N. 9 first letter N, therefore it is denoted by capital N. What is the 9-point circle? After that, the center of that 9-point circle is called the 9-point circle center. Now it is not the concurrent point, centroid concurrent point, orthocenter concurrent point, next circumcenter concurrent point, in center also concurrent point, but 9-point circle is not the concurrent point. But what is this circle? So let us try a triangle. Okay, I will identify the 9 points on the sides of the triangle. In each side there are the 3 points. I will identify the 3 points on the each side. First one, midpoints D, E, F. Okay. D, E, F are midpoints of the sides. The 3 points, our circle passes through these 3 points, and next 3 points What is this? This AP? AP is the altitude, perpendicular or altitude. P is called the foot of that altitude. There are the 3 feet. It is 1 foot and other 2 feet are there. Them also I will identify. Q. It is the foot of the perpendicular other altitude. Next, just to figure Q. R. So P, Q, R are the feet of the altitudes. Feet of altitudes. Okay, 6 points over. Next, other 3 points. This is orthocenter. So concurrent point of the altitudes is called the orthocenter, H. Now, identify the midpoint of AH. So what letters? Let us apply L, M and T. L, M, T. L, midpoint of HA, midpoint of BH, M, midpoint of CH, sum T. Okay. Therefore, here L, comma M, this is M, comma T are midpoints of AH, comma BH and CH. Now 9 points over. A circle definitely passes through these 3 9 points. That circle is called the 9-point circle. I will draw the circle also. A circle, we got a circle, we have drawn a circle. It has a center. That center is called the center of 9-point circle. 9-point circle center. Okay, yeah. So the circle passing through D, E, F, P, Q, R, L, M, T is called is called 9-point circle. It is called 9-point circle, whose center is called the 9-point circle center. Its center N is called 9-point circle center. Okay. The definition is over. We have understood the what is the 9-point circle. Next step, problem. Now, is it possible to find the 9-point circle? Is there any formula or any procedure? No formula, no procedure to find the 9-point circle. 9-point circle center, no formula is there. And is there any special property? If the triangle is the right angle, yes. If the triangle is the equilateral, the 9-point circle equal to centroid, becomes centroid. All the points coincide at the centroid whenever the triangle is the equilateral triangle. Okay. If the triangle is the right angle triangle, where is the place of the 9-point circle? Nothing. We cannot say. Okay. It does not lie on the hypotenuse. It does not lie on the any vertex. ఎక్కడ ఉండదు, వర్టెక్స్ మీద ఉండదు, హైపోటెన్యూస్ మీద కూడా ఉండదు. సో అదర్ ప్లేసెస్ ఆర్ నాట్ ద స్పెసిఫిక్ ప్లేసెస్. Therefore, if the triangle is the equilateral, then it coincides with the centroid. Note that a triangle ABC is equilateral, then the 9-point circle is equal to G, and otherwise there is no specific region for the N. Note cheyandi, note it. నోట్ చేశారా? కంప్లీటెడా? Okay, there is, but here the 9-point circle center can be identified in a special region. In a special region, I will say what is the special region. So I will say that a line, okay, joining the 4 points, a line joining the 4 points, I will say. The name of that line is the Euler's line. What is the Euler's line? It is the join of the 4 points, one after one, join of the 4 points. What those points? What are those points? I will say. The Euler's line now in any triangle, either right angle or equilateral or scalene triangle, in any triangle, let us identify the centroid, letter G, circumcenter, S, orthocenter H, and the 9-point circle center is N. So the points in any triangle centroid, not centroid, first orthocenter, next 9-point circle center, next centroid, next circumcenter. These 4 points are the collinear and in the same order. So from left to right on the collinear points, the first point orthocenter, next to 9-point circle center and the centroid and yes. In the same order, they lie in the same order in any triangle. So are collinear and lie in the same order. Okay. Now let us draw a line and let us identify them. And because of course, if they are collinear and they have a specific place is there on the line segment. In the line segment, the first point is H, last point is S, and N and G lie in between S and H. Okay. HS. Now where does lie N between S and H? At what place? At the midpoint N lies. N is the midpoint of H and S. Okay. At what place G lies on that line segment? It is internal point. So at what place means, first let us divide this line segment from H to S into the 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts. Now assume that it is 1 unit. This is 1 unit, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. How many units are there? 6 units. Okay. After 4 units from H, 1, 2, 3, 4, here G lies. Okay. Distance between N and G, 1 unit. Okay. So they lie, N and G lies like that. Now according to this Euler's line, if any 2 points are given, either G and S or H and G or H and S, any 2 points are given, the other 2 points you can find according to by Euler's line, and after finding the ratio, then you can write the other 2 points. Okay. Now I will analyze at what ratio the G divides HS. At what ratio G divides HS means we have to count the number of the units from H to G. How many units are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 units, and from G to S 2 units. Therefore, G divides HS in 4:2 ratio. Okay, are you understanding? So, in this way, we can find the ratio, okay, of any point, ratio of any point at which it divides. Are you following? So, I will say here the ratio at which H divides GS line segment. Okay, at what ratio H divides GS? I will say for understanding purpose only, I will say the at what ratio H divides GS line segment. The ratio at which H divides GS line